Hello everyone, welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And France have officially named their squad for the Six Nations, and life without Dupont does begin. The emphatic, sensational scrum half Antoine Dupont will not feature in the Six Nations, as he has opted to train with the French Sevens program in order to try and make the Paris Olympics and to try and win gold there at the home Olympics. So he has, as a result, taking a break from the 15s game for the next 8 months, really, and will probably return to the fold at the end of the year. Now, that means a new captain, also means a couple of new players in the squad. 22 out of the 36, out of the 34 selected feature the squad. So quite a number of changes being made by Fabian Galtier, and we're going to go through the squad in just a bit and look at exactly where the interesting selections are, as well as, who to look out for during the Six Nations as well, which kicks off next week Friday. We'll be obviously live with France versus Ireland. Is the first game. It's an absolute cracker first up. So hopefully it will really, hopefully it'll fit the billing really of what should be a great match. But before we get into the squad, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. That is the French squad. And the big news in terms of a captaincy point of view is that Charles Ollivon, who has previously been named captain of the squad, has not been named as captain, and in fact Gregory Aldrit will captain this side. Gregory Aldrit, we all know, captains La Rochelle, one of the strongest players there, so not much of a step down, for example. But so let's go through the squad, shall we? So it is, if we're looking at it alphabetical order, in the forwards are Gregory Aldrit, Unai Antonio, Cyril Bai, Gaëtan Barlow, Paul Boudinet, Francois Croce, really good to see him back in playing great rugby, by the way. Paul Gabrigues, Matthias Halagahu, Anthony Gelange, Thomas Leclerc, Julien Marchand, who's back from injury, Piotr Movaku, obviously had that sensational World Cup. The big news is that Emmanuel Miafo has been included, the giant lock, who is from New Zealand and was not eligible to be picked for the World Cup, but is now eligible. He will now feature. He's over 2 meters tall. He's 145 kgs. So he's an absolute monster of a player. He has been picked as Charles Ollivon, Romain Tuaffanua, Sebastian Tuaffanua, Reda Wadi, and Cameron Waki. So plenty of options. Interestingly, Paul Willemse in the squad, who came off the bench over the weekend to very good effect against the Lions. If we look at the backs, it is Louis Biabari, Jonathan Dante, Nicolas Deportiere, Gael Fiku, Emmanuel Jalaton, Antoine Jabert, who can cover both 9 and 10. That's a very interesting selection given the fact that they've only picked 2 out and 9s. Mathieu Jalabert, Melvin Jaminet, Nolan Lagaric, Matthias Label, Maxime Luchu, I expect to start in the number 9 jersey, Euro Muafana, the young centre, Damien Penaud, and Thomas Ramos. So obviously still no Romain Intermac. So no Dupont Intermac for France in the Six Nations. It's going to be a really strange Six Nations in many ways, without those two. So if you look at the replacements, for example, Maxime Lucu or Nulan Lagaric are the 2 scrum half options, for example. If you're looking at fly half, you've got Antoine Jabert, who can obviously play there. Jalibert played there during the World Cup, so those are sort of your sort of key options there. It looks a good pack, and I think that's obviously where France really gets their strength from. Obviously, Antonio was not supposed to play in the Six Nations. He was supposed to retire, and but apparently Fabian Galtier has asked him to stay on, and he has decided that he will play in the Six Nations as to be named in the squad as well. So apparently I think that's just one of the lack of options and one to sort of bring sort of players in. But so a lot of sort of the regulars there. So Julien Marchand being back is obviously a huge push or boost, especially when you got the likes of Piotr Movaku, who was so effective during that World Cup. They've got some great lock options. Cameron Walker's a quality player. You all know what Romain Tuaffanua could do. But very interesting to see how Emmanuel Miafo goes, who, as I said, just absolutely huge. Very much sort of like a Will Skelton type player with the size of him. Even Sebastian Tuaffanua, 130 kgs, big player. And yes, the thing about this French pack is that it's a big French pack, isn't it? So yeah, he's not played too much, but a couple of very big boys in that pack. But let me know, do you think this is the Six Nations squad that can beat Ireland and can potentially win a Six Nations Grand Slam? I think, you know, whoever wins next weekend will obviously be on track for a Grand Slam as long as they don't sort of drop any sort of games along the way. But so what do you think of the squad? Down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.